Hello friends, welcome back in the lesson 2 of your IELTS academic writing task 1. In my lesson 1, I have taught about how to what are the do's and don'ts of your task 1, and today I am going to talk about the type of graph, like how many types of graph are there, and the paragraph management, right? So the very first we'll talk about like how many different type of graph you get. The very first is pie chart. So pie chart looks like this, like a pie only, the circle one. The second is a bar graph. Bar graph could be of two different types, horizontal bar when you get that sleeping lines, and vertical bar when you get that standing lines. Then you have a tabular chart. We call it either table or tabular chart. We never say it table chart. Table chart is grammatically wrong. Either it is a table or tabular chart. The third next we have is a line graph. So it can be a monoline graph or polyline graph. Mostly you get a polyline graph only, you don't get a monoline graph. Next is a diagram or a flow chart. So flow chart is when you have like these arrows. So when these arrows are there, these are flow chart, could be life cycle of someone if it is in a circle, and diagram means you get a picture. So in picture you get no information, like no arrows are there, and at the same time you don't get these kind of other pictures. Some other time what happen is they might give you diagrammatic flow chart. So small diagrams are there, but so many diagrams with that arrow. So it is important for you to understand what kind of graph you are getting. Now the next I am going to talk about is your paragraph management, like how many paragraphs you should make into graph and how to divide what to write in which paragraph. So there are two different type of question papers you might get. The first is when you get one type of graph. One type of graph means, let's say you get pie graph or pie chart, but you get 2 or 3 pie chart. So 2 or 3 pie chart means it is to be considered one type of graph only. But when I talk about two types of graph means there is one question paper, but in one question paper you get a bar also and line. So bar and line in one question means now you get two different type of graph that cannot be compared. So in one type of graph, that is the first one, we'll write an introduction in the beginning. Introduction is for 3 to 4 lines, 3 to 4 lines of your answer sheet, or it could be 1 to 2 sentences. So sentences means full stop. You could use either one full stop or 2 full stop maximum. The next second paragraph we write maximum, minimum and overall trend. So 3 sentences, 1 sentence for maximum, 1 for minimum and for overall trend. In that way we'll make 3 sentences. Third paragraph is of compare and contrast. So you need to figure out what are the comparisons. Comparison and contrast means similarities and differences. So you need to give comparisons, and 3 sentences again into comparisons are good enough, means it could be 2 comparison, 1 similarity. The last is conclusion. In conclusion it is always 1 sentence, and we don't write any data in conclusion. Data means no percentage, million or no numbers basically, okay, and we don't use should. So should not give your opinion and nothing, anything like from your own side. Whatever you see in the picture, whatever you have written in the body paragraph should be written again. So it could either be a trend, you can write the overall trend, might be increasing, decreasing, or you can write again the maximum, but without data. So if it is a one type of graph, introduction, maximum, minimum, overall, comparison and conclusion. But when we talk two different type of graph, means one pie bar. At that time we'll write introduction. Introduction is of 2 sentences for each paragraph or each type of graph, not paragraph actually, each graph. So for each type of graph you need to write 1 sentence, 1 for bar, 1 for pie. Then next is we'll describe the first graph in 3 to 4 sentences. So whatever you want to write about first graph, whether it is maximum, minimum, overall, comparison, similarities, whatever the striking features that you find into the graph, that you find, right? It shouldn't be that if your friend is writing something else and you should have a confidence that he is an intelligent person, so obviously he is be writing correct. No, that is not the case. In graph there is nothing wrong, nothing right. Whatever you see, you can write. So you need to describe the first graph, whatever you feel, okay, this is something I should write in you can write. In third paragraph, you need to write about the second graph, again whatever maximum minimum comparison you want to. So you can explain everything about the second graph in this. Then the last is conclusion. Conclusion is again should be of combined for both graph. So it could be like one sentence collectively for both of the graph. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you that if you get one type of graph, how to write it, and if you get two types of graph, how to write it. So you can keep watching these lessons for writing task 1, and I will be clearing each and every doubt of yours. You can wait for my next videos, but if you find there is something that you want me to make videos soon, so you can write it down in the comment section. I'll try to make this video soon. And don't forget to subscribe the channel, because if you subscribe, then only you'll be notified about the latest videos. So keep watching, keep learning with me. All the best.